How's it going, guys? It's Carlo here from Pure Health and Fitness. I'm going to go through some mobility for the back. It's not just going to be the back, it's going to be in your lats. I'm going to try and show you a few exercises to open up them, your shoulders and your hips. So the whole point of doing this is to understand that you have to sometimes stretch upper body to fix your hips. So for example, you have lats here underneath your armpits here, which are a really big muscle, and if you don't stretch that muscle or mobilize that muscle, what's going to happen is you're going to have tight back, or you're going to be maybe leaning to one side, you've got one side stronger than the other, and you won't be able to move correctly. So just because your hips are tight doesn't mean you just neglect everything else. And I've went through in other videos like ankles and hips and shoulders, but you can't do everything in one thing. You're best probably just kind of focusing on say 3 exercises at once and focusing on them for 20 minutes. Or if you want to do 40 minutes, 45 minutes, you can do other ones as well. But just to make it realistic for people maybe before a workout, these are things that I would recommend doing. So all I've got is a wall ball. I've got a 5 kilogram plate, and I've got a mobility ball here, kind of push it into certain areas to make sure you kind of help your body move correctly. And I've got that bar over there, which I'll show you in a second. So number 1 exercise here, I'm going to show you is just, we'll start with this wall ball here. All we'll have is this here is going to stretch off your shoulders. So here I'm going to have lie back onto this ball here, and I'm just literally going to put the hands flat in here, and I'm going to let my shoulders go back with the weight of the 5 plate. You don't need anything heavier than that, to be honest. I feel that on my upper back. I feel my back actually cracking a little bit. Sometimes it kind of, you'll hear that, it's nothing to worry about. And you'll stretch your lats. Some people don't feel the stretch sometimes because they're too tense. Just try and relax. Don't lift the hips off the ground, keep the hips there. It's your upper back stretch. And the more you learn to relax, the more you'll stretch in that position. I feel it underneath the armpit, and then also on my upper back here. So that's one of my favourite exercises to really help my upper back really mobilise as well. So, and then I've got this ball here, which I would then go, I could literally just from this position, go into that position and just put it into an area where I can feel my upper glute in there. You need to learn to relax again there. I sometimes prefer doing this against the wall. So again, it's up to you what you do. If you do it against the wall if you want. Then what happens, I'm able to like move my hips around a bit more without tensing. I can kind of relax when I'm standing up, I feel. And sometimes this can be too much pressure and you end up tensing up the rest of your body, whereas against the wall, sometimes it's a little bit easier just to gauge the pressure and where you're trying to put it. So aiming up here to the upper glute, and you can come round to the side and kind of find areas that are tight, and the more you kind of put pressure on, the kind of more you'll get out of it. But as I said, it can be very uncomfortable sometimes, but I definitely recommend using this for the upper glute. That's the area that I find most. If I use that, then it helps so much, especially before I do any lifts like deadlifts or any of the sort. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you a video and next one is going to be hanging. So I don't know if you've seen this, but what you've got hanging is just holding onto the bar here, and I've shown a lot of people this before, is to try and relax. And the whole point of this is, guys, to relax, is to make sure your spine decompressions, the spinal decompressions, which for me is probably the best thing I've ever kind of researched and found out. And the only way kind of to do this is to be able to learn to relax. Is I hold here, the only bit of my body that's tense is my fingers. So again, if you can see, I'm here, but once I relax, and you're supposed to relax all your hips, and you're supposed to pull your spine away from each other, all the vertebrae away from each other, and you really see that big difference feel that pull. Some people will say put your heels behind you in that position and then relax. And also just a little tip is to put some chalk in your fingers as well. That I really think that makes a big difference, because then you don't have to worry about the grip so much. I don't really mind so much, but if you've got really weak grip, then holding on with a bit of chalk will help a lot. So those 3 exercises is really good. So the first one is the ball. The second one is with the smaller ball, working in the glute, and you can actually use that ball for anywhere. If you have tightness in the mid or mid back and here. Up here, you can also lie on that, or you can put it against the wall. And then the third one is just hanging. So I'd recommend doing those 3 on another separate thing. You can do the other videos that I've made. You can use the other videos I've made on other days, and you can use this one for another day as well. You can change them up a little bit and see which exercises really make a big difference to you. I would always combine these with a bit of glute work, so like band walks, because then what happens is you're activating the back, and that doesn't matter if you're doing a shoulder press, a deadlift, a clean, a front squat. You always need to use your glutes correctly, and if you don't warm them up, you can end up hurting your lower back, and that's where a lot of people normally happens to a lot of people. So as I said, all we need is a 5 kilogram plate, a wall ball, one of these smaller balls, and you can use a cricket ball, and then you've got a bar at the top there you can use for hanging. And then you can run through those 3 exercises. And if you get any questions, then just please let me know. Thanks.